Alright, so this is the game plan to tackle fixing the oil leak and getting the signal wire in a better position. If you can see, maybe you can't, I wrapped a lot of the wires in the loom over here, in front of the supercharger. And they actually connect two different, I'm going to call them circuits or wiring harnesses together that really I should have did a better job and separate them out. Also, if you didn't notice in previous videos, I really didn't disconnect I have a way to disconnect the solenoids for the nitrous from the wiring. They're actually, well, for the ground it's, wired right to the block so that can come off, but for the power side it goes right to the relay, and no way to disconnect it in between the relay and the solenoid. So I can just move them off to the side, but eventually I'll have to tackle that in case I ever have to replace the solenoids or take them off for maintenance or whatever down the road. So let's see what happens, but that's definitely probably after I get everything else fixed with the oil leak and the signal for the RPM, the wire for that anyway. So game plan is to work on this side first, take off the fuel lines, take off the solenoids, make sure the motor is actually at top dead center at first, take off the spark plug wires, take out the distributor, then tackle the getting the supercharger off. And I'm actually going to try to take it off with the throttle body and the nitrous plate and the fuel injector plate on it. Believe it or not, this thing's pretty heavy. I don't remember exactly what it weighs, but it's a pain in the neck. So I'll probably put something on the radius board over here. And luckily, there's a lot of room where because it can jump inside this and get a hold of the supercharger and pick it up pretty easily with both hands and not really lean over the fender or anything. And hopefully put it on something flat that's on the radiator support. So this way I can then jump out of the vehicle, well, out of the engine compartment, and put it off to the side. Once I do that, then obviously unbolt the manifold and go from there. So as I make progress, I will take a little video and talk about where I'm at and what I found. Stay tuned. Alright, at this point, got some of the fuel lines off, trying to, I can be able to see it's kind of dark back there, trying to get better access to the distributor hold down bolt, because I still have to get the motor at top dead center, and once I do that, I'll be able to pull the distributor, finish taking off some of the wiring for the fuel injectors, definitely take the linkage off for the throttle body, of course. Belt's already off, and we're making some progress, slowly but surely. It's not a race, but just want to take my time and put it together even slower, just to make sure that I don't have to do this again. When I get that off, I'll show you kind of where I think the oil leak was coming from. Hopefully there'll be some clues. I had already pulled the valve covers and didn't look like the gaskets were leaking. So I'm also probably going to get different gaskets for that. Right now I'm using the cork. I'll probably get the rubber. See how that goes. Maybe I'll just put some RTV on it, but I do have a solid roller in this, so definitely want to make it easier to get the valve covers off. This way when I need to adjust the lash, it's a little easier to get it all apart real quick. So that's where I'm at. A little progress.